Hey y'all, welcome to Big Joe Millie's World. Well, I'm back in the kitchen. This time I'm making something that is so easy that you won't believe it. I mean, 5 ingredients, no baking, that's it. The only cooking kind of thing you have to do, you have to put some chocolate and some butter in the microwave. That's it. So what I'm making is no bake, peanut butter, Buckeye bars. Now, most of you already know what Buckeyes are, the little peanut butter balls, and you dip them in chocolate and they kind of look like Buckeyes. Well, this is just easier. Buckeyes aren't hard to make, but it's time consuming. You gotta roll up the balls, you gotta dip them in the chocolate, you gotta put them in the freezer, all that. This is just a lot easier than that. So 5 ingredients. What I've already done here, I had to make sure that my butter was melted enough. So in here, I have put the peanut butter and the butter in here, okay? I've already put that in there just to make sure that my butter was okay. It has to be at room temperature, the butter does, so I just want to make sure it was good. The other ingredients you need is vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and then for the top you need chocolate chips and a little bit of butter. Now, you can use any kind of chocolate that you want. I used the chocolate chips left over from the last video we made, and if you've got something else, you can do that. You can use milk chocolate, semi-sweet. You can use baking chocolate, chopped up, whatever. It really doesn't matter. I just happen to have these, so I'm using them. So, here we go. We're going to mix this peanut butter and butter together in this mixer. Now, I will include all the ingredients and the instructions in the description on this video. That took no time. The butter was perfect, and you know, I hardly ever say that because you just never know. I'm taking a spoon and I'm going around and making sure that all the butter is not clopped up on the bottom. And for some reason, it was not this time. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm taking the powdered sugar. It's a lot of powdered sugar. It's like 3.5 cups. But like I said, I will put all the ingredients and the instructions on the description on this video so you can see exactly how much the measurements are. So here's my powdered sugar going in there. And then I'm going to put just a little dash of vanilla extract. Now, if you're baking, you know, you can use imitation vanilla extract if you want to. I prefer the real thing. It's just a little bit richer of a taste. Like I always say, it's whatever you want to do. It is. I've got peanut butter all over me. But you just mix this up, and it's going to be real crumbly. But you just want to make sure that all the powdered sugar is incorporated in that peanut butter and butter mixture, okay? Oh, shit, it's heavy. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to turn this around. Look at that. Take me another spoon. I'm going to knock it off this paddle. You know, like I always say, you don't have to have if you don't have a stand mixer, that's fine. You can use a hand mixer. You could probably even mix this by hand, honestly. It just it's heavy. It gets thick. The peanut butter and the butter gets really thick in here. And you just got to do the best you can. All right, so knocked all this off the paddle here. Take the paddle out. Throw it in the sink. And here's what we're going to do next. You're going to take your 9x13 pan, glass, aluminum, it doesn't matter. And you're going to take parchment paper and you're going to drape it over the sides. The reason you want to do this is when they're done, you can take the sides of this parchment paper, lift it up out of the pan, put it on your cutting board, and cut it with a sharp knife. It just makes it easier. So you certainly can omit this step. It's not absolutely necessary, but it is easier. So that's why I did this. Parchment paper, 9x13, drape it over the sides. All right. Take all the peanut butter mixture, peanut butter, powdered sugar, butter, and vanilla. My gosh, this smells so good. And it's thick. See how thick it is? Look at that. It just comes out and clop. And it's supposed to look like this. So if you're thinking, man, that just doesn't look right, And it looks like this? It does. It's fine. Okay.
But if you don't make it thick, it's not really turned into bars.
Right, if you don't make it thick. So, you can take the back of your spoon. You can take your hands. And you know what? I may take my hands and do this. My hands are clean. I just washed them to make this video. And that way you can kind of feel if you have any sides that are not as thick as the other. If you got any like thinner sides, or you've got it all clumped up in a side, something like that.
Get all the high-low spots out.
Yes, exactly what he said. Get all the high-low spots out of it. I have really got this clumped up in a spot, so I'm gonna take my spoon, stretch some of it over to the edge. You can just kind of drag it. See how I'm dragging it from the other side? And you want to drag it over. You can flip your pan as much as you need to. Get it all the way to the edges. You gotta pack it down pretty good too, because that will make your bars come out cleaner, okay? I know that's noisy because of that paper, but this is how you do it. And like I said, you do not have to use that parchment paper. You can omit that step. That's fine. It just makes it easier to cut, in my opinion. In my opinion. Drag some over to this corner. Okay.
I think you should start doing wax paper ASMR.
Right? I could. Take your clean paws and push on down there and make sure it's really in there good. Compact it good. Clean up the sides a little bit. Like that. Okay? Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, get all this stuff ready to clean up. I'm going to put these chocolate chips and this butter in the microwave. Stir them all together, get them good and melted, and I'll be back. Alright, so once you have melted your chocolate and your butter together, flop it on the top. It looks kind of weird, but you're just gonna, while it's hot, spread it out over the top. Now, when you're microwaving your chocolate chips and your butter, make sure you only do it in 30-second increments, because you can scorch the chocolate, and let me tell you something, that will be nasty.
Nobody likes scorched chocolate.
No, they don't. And this looks really thick because it is.
And if you're like the kids say nowadays, you were born in the 1900s, you may remember having these at school.
Yes, if you were born in the 1900s.
They actually used to serve stuff like this in schools.
When we were allowed to have desserts.
Yeah, when we were allowed to have desserts.
You know, working in the school system, as I do, there's no desserts. Actually, I'll take that back. You can occasionally buy some things, but it's not included in your lunch like it was when we were in school. You know, they just flop that cookie or that brownie or that whatever on your plate.
Back in the 1900s.
Back in the 1900s. Now, once you get it all spread out, let's make it pretty. Take your little spoon and go. And please make that sound when you do it. That's important.
And you probably want to kind of work a little bit fast, because it probably starts hard.
Yeah, gosh, it is. It's a monster. Okay. Once you get it all done like this, what we're going to do, we're going to let this sit out at room temperature for about half an hour, and then I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator for about an hour. And once all that's done, you know who is going to do the taste test.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here's what they look when they're all done. we put them in the freezer for a little while just to get them set up good. You do not have to do that. They'll be fine in the refrigerator. But we wanted to wrap up this video. So, no bake, peanut butter Buckeyes.
And I've eaten enough of these to fill up a football stadium. And we're about to see if my wife lives up to the legendary lunch ladies.
The legendary lunch lady.
Yes. You like peanut butter fudge?
Is that it?
Oh my Lord!
Look how pretty.
So good, so good. You know what this one gets, Big Joe.
All right, y'all. That's it for the no bake peanut butter Buckeye bars recipe.
So good.
We hope you liked it. It was fun, and it was really easy. This is probably one of the easiest ones I've done because there was zero cooking involved. So if you like Buckeyes, you'll love these. It's going to be good for the holidays. I'm thinking about making them on Thanksgiving, maybe even possibly Christmas, because my family are big fans of the Buckeye.
Yeah.
We totally
This is a
are.
good, easy
Yeah.
little dessert for
is.
any kind of party.
Well, if you try this recipe, let us know how you like it. We like it when y'all try recipes. It's fantastic. We love y'all. Thanks for watching. And as always, we want to thank you for allowing a little bit of Big Joe and Malia's world.
Into your world.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Bye.